So currently, we have a situation where there's a jackhammer noise. There's bad 3D circumstances out here. Blah, 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 blah. It's triggering me. Now, if I was doing this correctly and getting in the Sabbath, I have a goal. So say my goal is being with my specific person. We've broken up and they're with a third party. Let's use that as an example. They're not prioritizing me. They're prioritizing somebody else, something else. So all I need to get into the Sabbath is hold the story and focus only on the story, regardless of these jackhammer circumstances, that they are mine and we are back together. Now, how am I going to do that? So I've just had a Loz Lesson suggestion about being in the Sabbath. Now, if you've heard of Neville Goddard's teachings, you might have heard of him talk about the Sabbath, meaning the day of rest in the Bible, but he means something else when he translates the Bible from his translations. And in this Loz lesson, whilst there is a jackhammer outside, probably during this whole video, I will teach you what the Sabbath truly means and how to achieve it to manifest what you truly want. So guys, in the Bible, the Sabbath is the day of rest, okay? We know that, but it isn't the way it's interpreted by most churches and most religions. You've got to understand the Bible itself has been reinterpreted and made manifest in different ways by different religions to suit their purposes. So if the day of rest means you have to come on a Sunday or a Saturday, whatever day they're saying the Sabbath is in their religion, to their church, that means you can go in there, give them money, That's not what the Sabbath meant, okay? The day of rest, if you understand that the Bible is simply allegories telling you who you are, that you are God and you have God power, that it is the day that God rested. So remember that in the story of Adam and Eve, in the story of Genesis, God created the world in 7 days and then he rested. What it's telling you in that story and what it's telling you about the Sabbath is once he had achieved everything in his mind that he wanted to create, he had created it all, he rested. Meaning he didn't have to do anything else because he knew it was created already. Because how did he create it in 7 days? He did it in his mind, didn't he? Right? He wasn't waving magic wands around. So he created everything and then he rested knowing it was done. It's the it is done stage. It is the I know it's done. I need to do nothing else. Now, a lot of people think that means they can go back to their old thinking. No. You need do nothing else as in activities out in 3D, but you still have the new thinking that you created while you were creating your world in 7 days, your manifestation in 7 days or however long you want it to take. It doesn't actually mean 7 days. Now, a lot of you have a lot of trouble doing that because the 3D distracts you, annoys you, upsets you, and triggers you. And right now, outside my window, you can't see it, but you might hear it. There are workmen with 2 jackhammers in a driveway in a house behind me. Now, through this whole video, let's see if all of us can cancel that out. Now, I'm not saying ignore it. I'm just saying zone it out. There's an excellent episode in Sex and the City where Charlotte is getting acupuncture and she's gone to Dr. Yang or whatever his name is, and she's got all the needles in her face and she's trying to quieten her mind, which isn't really a thing, but he says quieten your mind. And she's lying there with all the nails in her face, all the needles in her face, and there's a protest happening outside. It's so noisy she can't concentrate, she can't quiet her mind. So she runs outside with all the needles in her face. She's like, Dr. Yang! And he's like, you must quiet your mind and cancel it all out. And actually what she discovered in that episode of Sex and the City was she started quietening and not listening to all the yabba, jabba, jabba that other people were giving her about you're too old to have a baby or having a baby's hard or fertility this or IVF this or I've got a baby so easily, I got pregnant so easily, all these things that were triggering her in the 3D, she started realizing I don't have to listen to that. And she zoned it out. So what you're meant to be doing with the 3D reality and to get into the Sabbath and the knowing, and it is done, is to actually cancel out or not pay attention to or zone out like Charlotte did, all that noise. So that noise that's currently happening now, let's see if you guys can really concentrate on what I'm saying, have a focus, pay attention to the goal, which is the goal. If the goal is listening to me in this lesson, can you cancel out and not pay attention to that noise? And that's what Charlotte learned in that episode of Sex and the City, that she could cancel out that noise to concentrate on her goal. And her goal was getting pregnant. Her goal was being a mum. So she had to stop listening to all that IVF's so hard, or you're this age, you won't get pregnant, or I got pregnant so easily and making her jealous. All those things were upsetting her, triggering her. She cancelled it out. She stopped paying attention to it and she had a singular focus. Now, when you understand what the Sabbath means, you'll realize you have to have that singular focus on your manifestation goal to get there. It's like any goal in life. Anybody who's some kind of life coach or business leader or mentor will tell you, you've got to figure out what it is first that you want before you can have it. So those of you who are trying to be in the Sabbath, what is it you want? Do you know what you want? You first must know what you want. And a lot of you are wishy-washy with what you want, okay? You say you want a relationship, but you're telling all kinds of stories about how you can't have one. You say you want a relationship with your specific person, but you're telling all kinds of stories about how they don't want one or they don't want you. You say you want to be rich, but you keep talking to yourself as if you're not. You say you want the career, but you keep doubting that you can do it. You are being a double-minded man, as Neville would call it. And that's from the Bible as well. You can't be of two minds about things. You can't have a goal, but then doubt the goal. And a lot of you don't even have the goal. A lot of you don't even know what it is you want. Or you've doubted it so much you think this is not even possible. And you've got to understand, if you can just have a singular focus on that goal and cancel out all other distractions, all other noise, and focus on that, then you'll eventually get to that Sabbath feeling of like, oh yeah, I'm here in my 4D. It's just going to show out here soon. But here in my mind, I have it already. It is done. Right? Now, what I uncover for you in most of my courses is what you're actually thinking that's stopping you from having that it is done, knowing feeling. Now, at the moment, in my course, Be Their Priority, it's happening in the squad. We have had so much feedback of people saying, oh my God, Loz, this is your best course, or I'm learning so much in this course, that I decided last week that I'm going to extend this course for another month. So it's going to be a 2-month focused course, not just any old course in the squad. This is a 2-month extensive course all about focusing on the new thing that you want, which is being prioritized either in life or with your specific person. You don't have to have a specific person to do this course. It'll uncover for you why you're not being prioritized in other areas, like not getting the money or career you want, or not being treated well in your family, etc. But most people are doing it to focus on being prioritized by their specific person. Maybe they're in friends with benefits and they're not in a full-blown relationship yet. Maybe they're even in an affair situation. Maybe they're in the relationship and the person isn't giving them the time, attention, and love they want. Maybe they're not in the relationship yet. They're in no contact and they're broken up. Whatever the situation is, this course will help you. And what it will mainly do is help you identify the thinking you're having that's stopping you from getting your goal, getting the commitment, getting the marriage, getting the love, getting the time, getting the attention, getting the money, getting the wonderful life. Because so many of you are either distracted by the 3D jackhammer noise of what's going on with your specific person or in your life. So there's your first problem. And then secondly, you're not even aware of that surreptitious thinking that's in there fucking you up, that's hidden away. And that's what I uncover in the course with you. So guys, I do encourage you, if you are feeling not good enough, if you put your person on a pedestal, if you're not being prioritized, if you're not getting given the time, if they've got other focuses in their life like children, gaming, porn, they're addicted to their job, something where you're not feeling like you are number one to them, then this is the course for you, and people are already getting success. And if you get on my email newsletter at subconsciousloz.com, get any of my free offerings or just join the Loz letter, you will see the success pouring in every Monday. We're actually showing you the success stories from the squad because you can't see them if you're not in the squad. And it's very hard for us to share the success. So at the moment, I've got a blog every Monday and the email links you to the blog and you can read them. We've just got a few examples of some of the success. And we've already got people actually getting prioritized by their person, getting flowers, getting attention, getting dates, getting contact when they never had contact, having their actual relationship turn around already. And we're only 3 weeks in. I only just dropped part 3 yesterday. And part 3 really focuses on really knowing what you're thinking in the now moment. And to get to the Sabbath, you have to know what you're doing right now, what you're thinking right now, to get to that knowing place. And you have to not allow the 3D to throw you. You've got to be really vigilant on what you're thinking now, in the now moment. And that's what part 3 is all about. So going back to the suggestion for this Loz lesson, then how do you get into the Sabbath and stay there? The getting into the Sabbath, guys, is all about radically transforming your thinking to get there. That's what I teach you in every single one of my videos and every single one of my courses. It's just that my courses give you the implementation. You can watch all the videos you like of mine, guys, and you can learn from me. And there's plenty of people who got engaged and married and got the money and blah, blah, blah by not doing my courses. But if you need the actual help, you need the actual implementation, you need the actual tasks to do, to get stuff done, to get your mind right, then the courses will help you because there's workbooks and really in-depth videos. Each of the videos at the moment in the course are like 20 minutes long. So what I need you guys to understand is, what are you currently thinking that's stopping you from being in the Sabbath, meaning thinking it's done? Well, a lot of you have doubt. Doubt is the devil, as Neville calls it. That's what the literal translation in the Bible is. The devil is doubt. It's not like some entity that's stopping you or some evil spirit. It's literally, it means doubt, doubting your power. So you've got your God self knowing you are powerful and your devil self knowing you can't do it. So which are you holding on to most in your mind? The story that you are God and you can create your reality and you are currently creating it right now, or the story that you can't change things and that you doubt that you can do this and you doubt they love you and you doubt you can have the relationship, you doubt. Well, unfortunately, you're not realizing your God self is currently creating those circumstances. A lot of you think of manifestation as something to start doing, something where it's only positive things you're going to create. You're currently creating a situation with your God self of not being prioritized. You're currently creating a situation with your God self that you aren't being loved. You're currently creating a situation with your God self that you are not theirs. You're doing that right now. Do you know what your thinking is that's creating that bad situation right now that you're trying to manifest away? So a lot of you are trying to manifest to change a circumstance. You're not realizing when you're doubting that you can do it, you already did it. You already created the bad circumstance. You already created the breakup. You already created them not giving you time and attention when at first they came in great. You're already creating the third party. You created it. Oh, I can't do manifestation. Manifestation's hard for me. This doesn't work. Yes, it does. It fucking worked already. You manifested a third party with your thinking that you're not good enough and won't be loved by your person. What? Yes, you're doing it all the time. You are the only creator of your reality. So if you've created a third party, you're the one who did that. And if you're trying to manifest them away, well, of course you can do that. Didn't you manifest them in? Why am I doubting this? I did it already. I am masterful already. I am my God self already. That's how you get in the Sabbath, guys. You realize you created all the shit. And a lot of people watch my account and think I'm being negative. I'm trying to show you, motherfuckers, that you created this already. Don't you get that's why I keep pointing out to you the mistakes you're making? That you did that. That the third party came along because of your thinking that you weren't enough. That you weren't prioritized anymore by them when they came in great because you started to doubt that they loved you because your fears kicked in. That you lost the money after you won it in the lotto or got a great contract and then you lost it because of your fearful thoughts that you'd lose what you got. Aren't you guys realizing that the way I teach you is to teach you what not to do as well as what to do? Because what you're doing right now is creating the circumstance you're trying to manifest away. I'm doing this manifestation thing, Loz, and I'm manifesting a new reality. Yeah, you created the current reality. Did I? I thought this was something to start doing. No, you're listening to fucktards. Please stop watching them. So currently, we have a situation where there's a jackhammer noise. There's 3D, bad 3D circumstances out here. Blah, 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 blah. It's triggering me. Now, if I was doing this correctly and getting in the Sabbath, I have a goal. So say my goal is being with my specific person. We've broken up and they're with a third party. Let's use that as an example. They're not prioritizing me. They're prioritizing somebody else, something else. So all I need to do to get into the Sabbath is hold the story and focus only on the story, regardless of these jackhammer circumstances, that they are mine and we are back together. Now, how am I going to do that? I'm going to get rid of all my stories that they don't want me. I'm going to get rid of all my imaginings and thoughts about a third party. I'm not going to focus on them. I am going to imagine us together and there is no third party and everything is resolved and everything is done. But these three things you guys find hard. Some of you even find just this bit hard, the new thoughts you're going to have about they love you and they want you. The second thing a lot of you find hard is the circumstances, the third party, the outside, the jackhammer. And you keep doing things that stop you from allowing yourself to not pay attention to it. You keep paying attention to it. You keep going on social, looking at their photos, searching for them, finding out stories about them, thinking about them, imagining them on purpose. Some of you are doing it on purpose and you're completely fucking yourselves. Then it's very difficult to get to this stage, which is the it's done, he's here, we're together stage, because you're not doing these two stages. The I know I am loved, I am the new me, I am my new version of self, and this one where the circumstances don't matter to me because I created them. So if you're finding that very difficult and nothing is going right in your life right now and you feel like you can't get a handle on how it's not going right, please come and join this, because this applies to all parts of your life. And the squad can really help you while you go through the course. Otherwise, after 2 months or at the end of July, this course gets pulled out and put on my website. It'll be much more expensive than the squad membership. And you won't have the support of the squaddies and the mentors in the squad at the same time of doing this, right? And some of you really need that support. Some of you need to ask questions while you're doing it, need to feel if you're doing it right or wrong. Right? Want to ask if, you're getting triggered, what to do right now with this trigger I'm feeling, and you can ask in the Q&A forum, okay? You've got to focus on it and not allow the circumstances to throw you, and purely stay focused on it with your new self, your new thoughts, your new story, and no distractions. That's the key to get to the Sabbath. Then when you get there, you've got to stay there. So you've got to not allow the distractions back in. You've got to stay in the new version of yourself. If you're having a lot of trouble with that, that's where our squaddies and mentors will really help support you. So you stay in the new version of you. A lot of you feel like you've got the new version and then you fall out of it. Or you got your person back and you fell out of it. You're in the Sabbath and then you're fucked off out of there. So sometimes some of you might need accountability and support, so come and join the squad. So guys, did that help? What's this? I love that episode, Loz, nostalgia. Oh, Sex and City episode. I love the squad. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, me and my SP are going on a weekend vacation with his family and we're sharing a room today. He told me he wants a gamer girlfriend. I don't play video games and it makes me feel bothered. I don't know what to do. Jacqueline, that's just your story that you're not enough as you are, and he's just come up with some fucking story about how you don't suit him or you're not compatible or you're not enough for him. It's nothing to do with what he said. They will make up any old shit out of their mouth to prove you right that you're not enough for him. That's just your story, so change your story about you. They're prioritizing games over you guys. You need this fucking course. SP continues to show up amazingly, and when he has his moments, I just go within and change him within seconds. Good, Maria, good. I taught you well. You learned your judo well. Anyone know? You learnt your judo well. Anyone know what I'm referring to? The succulent Chinese meal guy? Oh no, you know your judo well. Ah, I see you know your judo well. Anyone know what I'm... No one knows what I'm talking about. Hello, Loz. By the way, loving the priority course, helping so much. Oh, wonderful. What's this? I want to cancel it out. I want to sleep, but my mind is so busy. I'm not telling you to go to sleep. I'm not telling you to turn your mind off. You're not fucking listening to me. You've been listening to some woo-woo bitch telling you to meditate and quiet your mind. I don't teach you that. You can't quieten your fucking mind. What you think when you go to sleep, your mind turns off, do you? Are you insane? What do you think happens when you're dreaming? Your subconscious mind never turns off, darling. You've been taught this all wrong. You're trying to turn your mind off, are you? That's not how you do this. That's what Charlotte was trying to do. And instead, she couldn't quiet her mind. She just had to not think of it and not allow it in and think the new thoughts. You have to think the new fucking thoughts. Maybe actually watch my videos and understand that you can't just turn it out, turn it off. You have to think the new thoughts. Otherwise, you just hear them again. What did I say? You have to be the new version of self and cancel out the 3D. Not just cancel out the 3D. You don't listen to me. You've been listening to woo-woo bitches telling you to meditate and quiet your mind. You're very lost. Please watch all my videos. So don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not saying to quieten your fucking mind like in meditation, because that no work. Because as soon as the meditation turns off and you stop thinking of the flickering candle, your mind turns straight back on again. I'm telling you to change your mind. Don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not teaching you to meditate. Fuck's sake. I just said you can't quieten your mind. You can change your thoughts. You can't quieten your mind. You can amazing. Oh, thank you. Even your nails are on point. Oh, yes. The pink chrome, guys. Pink chrome. Match in the background. Well, my SP has been all over me since I put myself as a priority. Oh, wonderful, darling. Wonderful. Hooray. All my exes broke up with me because of the same reason, not being good enough. Time to change. Well, shit, Mariana. You think the problem might be you? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Change that, darling. Come and do this course. You need it. It's all about feeling not good enough. One of my favourite people. Hello. Oh, hello, darling. How are you, Nicole? How late am I? That's all right, guys. We just started. Same. I did most of her courses, and this one is the icing on the cake. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yay. You like it when I call you motherfuckers. Oh, dear. You aren't negative. It's tough love. We need to hear it good. Hang on. What blush do you wear, Loz? It's gorgeous. You look stunning. Oh, thank you, guys. It's called I Have a Lip Stain. I put it on my lips and I go like this. That's why sometimes it looks super bright, because it gets like darker, and then I get on the screen and I go, whoa. I'm blush blind. Whatever that blush blindness people are talking about. I get blush blind, guys. So if we focus on us, work on us, SP will reflect it as well as other people. Yes, guys, because they're reflecting that already, aren't they? If you're constantly obsessed with them, focused on them, putting them on a pedestal, how do they feel about that? Ooh, you're a weird groupie. Get away from me. Now, you can love them and think they're amazing, but you've got to think you're amazing too. You've got to think of all the reasons why they'd choose you, not all the reasons why they won't. This whole thing is changing your concept of self. Have you changed your concept of self, or are you just fucking focusing on them? And I'm not saying don't love them. I'm not saying don't send them cute messages or don't be admiring of them. Of course you admire your SP, guys. Otherwise, why the fuck would you be with them? But you've got to pedestal yourself. You understand? Been manifesting my ex back, and now he's removed me from following him. Yeah, you haven't been watching me. So you haven't actually, I've never seen your name my whole life. You've never actually really watched my content at great length. You've been watching fuckwits who've taught you to manifest your ex. I don't teach you to manifest your ex back. I have a whole course, and the whole course called Back and Begging is about how you guys are all doing it wrong, and most people wanted to go stab themselves in the eyeballs from all the shit they've been watching about manifesting their ex back after the first video because they realised they were doing it wrong. You're not manifesting them back. You're doing this all wrong, darling. That's why they've just removed you from following him. Please watch all my videos. You're very lost. Or go and do Back and Begging, or come and join us in the squad right now and do this. You're very lost. That's why it all fucked up for you. What would happen if both me and SP are manifesting each other? Great. Then in his reality, he wins you, and in your reality, you win him. Lauren, listen to what she's saying. Yeah, Lauren's too busy telling me all about her victim story about what her SP did to her. She doesn't listen. SP2 and I still going strong, and he treats me beautifully. It's so fun to be loved. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. I've had 5 guys from the past reach out this week. Birds for Lanny. Yes, darling, absolutely. It's working. My biggest doubt is thinking I need an income to have money out of the blue. Guys, look, I've had money out of the blue before in the weirdest ways. One time I remember I had paid a $500 bill for an electricity thing, and literally that week I could smell gas on my balcony in England, and I had to ring the gas company and say, I think there's a gas leak. They turned the gas off, and then gave each of us in the building underneath me £500 for the privilege of having our gas off for a week. So I got the £500. I think it was £550 I got, and I'd paid a £500 bill that week. I just got it back in another way. So I thought, I'm not fucking paying this. Stop thinking it can't come in other ways. My biggest, how you react tells you whether you're being the you that has it. Guys, if you're still reacting from your old self, you haven't got there yet. You're not in the Sabbath at all. Yes, babe, it sure is. Keep doing the work. Good. Hi, Loz. Hi, guys. I need this Loz lesson. Good. What if I did something bad and he blocked me? Well, stop thinking you did something bad. Stop thinking you're blocked. Imagine you're back together. Stop telling the story. Stop banging that old drum. You're the one telling the story. You're the one imagining you're blocked. Go and do that I don't do things wrong sleep tape on my YouTube, darling. You need it. But is it okay to miss them even though I know we are together? Guys, look, I'm of two minds about this whole thing. I could tell you could miss them, and I've said that before. Of course you can. But how long are you going to dwell in that dwelling place? Because that creates your state. So if the whole point here is to be in the Sabbath of knowing it's done already, then that knowing it's done already is you're together. So if you're constantly in the state of missing and upset and missing them, you can't be in the state of you're together, can you? Because why would you be missing them if you're together? So don't dwell there. Have a cry for like 5 minutes and then get back on the horse of we're together, because if you dwell in the state of missing them, you're in the wrong state. If they choose someone else over you, you're supposed to just forget that. Lauren, come and do this course in the squad. You created that. You can forget it all you like, darling, but you created that. by thinking you weren't enough and thinking your person wanted other people or didn't want you. Please come and be their priority. You're not understanding that, yes, you ignore that if you can, but a lot of you can't. So you just turn your attention away from it and focus on the story of you and them that you do want and work on the shit that created that bitch in the first place. Have you been doing that? Ivy's talking to, well, a lot of you are because you just don't get this. Lauren, you're not listening. She's asking questions, not listening, but she'll get it. It comes down to your self-concept. Change your focus of being with them. Yes. Look, she's learning. She's new. Come and do my free course, darling. Lauren, come and do my free course at subconsciousloz.com called Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong. I read it yesterday to see what I wanted to do with it. It's too fucking long for a free thing. It's like 20 goddamn pages long. I thought it was like 12 pages. It's 20 goddamn pages, 25 pages or something of like gold. I was like, God, I wrote this really well. This is really excellent. I read it. I was like, I shouldn't be giving this away for free. It's too good. Go and do it, darling, okay? And it will really help you. To change the story of SP, we write the old one out, then affirm the new story as well with self-concept. Well, I don't want you to keep the old story around, no. So you can have that old story, but don't keep it there to read it and reread it. And, oh, my God, this is what I used to think. You've got to think the new thoughts, okay? Loz, your nails look amazing. I love that colour on you. Oh, thank you. New story, no distractions. Yes, guys. Hello, Loz, your hair looks fabulous. Oh, thank you. You must brush it more often. If I stick to it, will it eventually feel my affirmations true even though I don't yet? Yes, guys. Eventually you'll start to believe your new thoughts because thoughts take a while to become a belief, don't they? You didn't believe. If you were, okay, think about it this way. If you wanted to convert to Islam, you would have to go to the mosque and listen to all the Quran and have people indoctrinating you into that new religion for you to eventually feel Islamic, that you believe that. You can't just decide you're Islamic today, right? It takes a while for the new beliefs to sink in and for you to truly believe that you are now a follower of Muhammad. You understand? It's the same thing, just like religion works. If I do self-concept, but I think we're broken up, he still act like we're broken up because of old story. Guys, you can't do self-concept. You're not understanding this. There's no doing self-concept. Your concept of self is he doesn't love me. He doesn't want us together. He's acting like we broke up. That's part of your self-concept. I'm not wanted by him. You haven't changed self-concept at all. You're not even understanding what concept means. Concept means idea. What's your idea of him and you? That he doesn't want you? You've broken up? Well, you haven't changed your self-concept, have you? You guys, that's my name too, lol. There's 4 of us in here. Oh, living in the end, but I found my dreams are now showing in my 3D. Is this normal? Wonderful. Yes, that's great. It's so much fun doing the course as a community. All the motivation and support is so sweet. Guys, look, Kat's right. When you do the courses by yourself on the website, that's fine. But when you're in the squad, the Subconscious Loz Squad, my monthly coaching group, you get the support of all the squaddies in there, the mentors who are our experts in there. You get me going live, the mentors going live. You get all the support you need whilst you do the course. And I drop a course every month. But this month, it's extended for 2 months. Right? How to manifest a free vacation. Well, imagine you on vacation bragging about how you didn't have to pay for anything or telling someone when you got back how you didn't have to pay for anything. Is it okay to miss him? No, guys, I've already answered that. I said, why are you repeating yourselves, guys? Loz, you're theirs. Oh, thank you. I saw my SP today with a girl who looks like she's wealthy. Now I feel insecure. Well, then he'll choose her, darling, because you've got a story that she's better than you in some way. You've got to come and do this course. Guys, if you feel like you won't be prioritized or chosen because of your wealth, I've never met a guy who gives a shit what money a girl has. What the fuck? That's your story of I'm not good enough for some reason. You've just come up with any old reason why you won't be chosen. That's the reason, apparently. SP has been messaging me all day, just told me he's on vacation prioritizing our conversation. Oh, I know, darling. Hey. Don't miss him too much. You're telling yourself you don't have him. Exactly. My SP broke up with me and moved out a month ago. We are friends, but I want them back. Feel stuck. So, Hayley, come and get my free course, first of all, to understand your awareness. And what you're aware of right now is that he doesn't want you. You're not together. So you've got to take your attention away from that awareness and be in a new awareness. And the new awareness is we're together. Now, while you're doing that, you have to uncover all the thinking you were having that caused you to not be together, and that's your self-concept, okay? Come and do the Be Their Priority course if you want to, darling, and join the squad because it's only $50, guys, or $35 if you join for the whole year. And whilst we're doing that course, it'll help you understand how you actually manifested a breakup. Living in the end, but I found my dreams. Okay, guys, why are you repeating yourselves? Hi, Loz. My childhood till recently, I was abused. What can I do to change these beliefs surrounding this? My childhood to recently. Okay, so if you're abused in childhood, a lot of the time you'll be abused as an adult, either emotionally, physically, sexually, whatever. Okay, so you've got to understand that unfortunately what happens is your little brain, when you're little, thinks that's what life's like and how you'll be treated. And so you literally will reflect that out and you will find a person in a room who will abuse you. It's not your fault. It's just how the subconscious mind works. It will literally keep confirming the story of you. And it will find people to confirm that story. This is true of me. I get treated like this. This is what life is like. That's all it is. So all you need to do, darling, is radically transform your mind from that little girl who got abused to the girl who doesn't get abused as an adult by thinking you're not that girl anymore. So come and join the squad, darling. We can really help you with that. Or do my self-concept course. I kick ass you. I've been manifesting X back, but now he's suddenly removed me from following him. I've been so positive. Lauren, I fucking already told you, you've got a comprehension problem. I already explained it at the beginning of this lesson. I don't know if you weren't listening, and I'm catching this because you repeated yourself while I was giving the lesson. But if I scroll down and I find that you're still asking this, and I've already answered you and told you what to do, people have already helped you, and you're still fucking incessantly asking the question, you're in question mode and you're not in listening mode, and they won't be coming back anytime soon because you don't listen and you don't want to learn. You're in panic mode. So I hope I don't scroll down in a minute and find you repeating yourself again. SP came back, but he's not showing up favorably now. Well, that's because of you. But he will, but I'm triggered right now. Well, you're triggering yourself. Oh, I'm triggering myself with my own shit that I caused. I have a terrible story about him and I'm triggering myself. It's like you've got an electric shock thing, guys. And every time they do something, you're getting yourself and you go, clear, right? You're doing that to yourself, Karen. So fucking work it out. What is your story about him that's so shitty that he's not turning up favorably? What terrible thoughts have you got about him? Right now and be their priority. There was an exercise in part 2 that blew people's brains out because I made them visually understand what the fuck they were doing and what thoughts they were putting in their specific person's mind that was making them turn up unfavorably. And you're doing that, Karen. Come and join the fucking squad. You're lost. Don't come in here complaining about how he's turning up unfavorably. What do I do? You change your thoughts about him. They're causing him to turn up that way. Oh, what? But I'm triggered by it. Well, stop fucking clearing on yourself. Some of you fucking lost us hell in here. Oh, yeah. Loz, in part 3, it says to go back to part 1, but part 1 was about actual events throughout our lives. Yes. No, it wasn't. It was also about thinking. Did you even do part 1? Read at part 1 again. I asked you to think of your thoughts, to think of what other people had in their lives and actions you took. You're fucking lost. I think you're confused about which one is part 1. Go back to it. My SP stopped. Oh, what'd you say, Adam? I missed it. It just jumped. Wait a minute, guys. Sorry, this just completely jumped and I've missed that question. Loz, I noticed I'm good at reflecting small things. Well, good, darling. Now get good at reflecting the big things. Stop saying they're big or small. Living in the end, but found my dreams are now showing on my 3Ds as normal. That's fine, darling. Just why are you caring about your dreams? You've already gone to Barbados and you went first class. You're not missing them. Exactly, guys. You went to Barbados and you went first class. Why are you repeating your questions? Guys, when you repeat your questions, do you understand how infuriating it is for me to scroll down and find that you've asked me the same thing 20 times? Not only does it tell me you're in desperate needy energy and you're in question mode, but it means you weren't listening to anything I was saying in the Loz lesson. What is the fucking point of me teaching you motherfuckers if you don't want to listen? Like, I'm just not joking when I say, when I scroll down and I see you've written it 5 times, you were so obsessively writing it or copying and pasting your question. You mustn't have been listening to the gold I was giving you for free. So why in my right mind would I pick a person who I can see, bearded lion empire, is so obsessed with asking the same question? They weren't listening to me. So why would I then answer your question? You don't listen. You weren't listening to the Loz lesson. So why should I waste my precious energy answering a person who didn't bother to listen to the lesson that possibly gave them all the answers that they needed? If only they'd open their fucking ears and stop being so desperate and needy and asking the question 50 fucking times. Like, can you imagine how annoying that would be if you were doing that to your SP or something and asked them a question and then because they didn't answer your text, you sent it 20 times? You'd get blocked. That's how I feel about you when I see these repeated questions, guys. Think about that. Hey, Loz, so glad to catch you live. SP is smitten over me and we are better than ever because I've kept myself on a pedestal. Wonderful, darling. Hooray, Mel. If I saw a girl post his building roof, how do I get over that or make a new story? No contact. Why the fuck are you stalking him, stalking her, making up stories? Fuck's sake. Stop focusing on that. Stop stalking. Stop looking at the 3D for evidence that you're not wanted and needed and chosen by him. Sorry, darling, you're not getting this at all. Loz, I've learned so much watching you and doing your courses. You make this make so much sense. Thank you, Becca, darling. Thank you. Manifest, sorry, hang on. I'm reading the same thing again. How to manifest a crush to ask you out, be in a relationship with them. So stop saying they're your crush and start imagining you're in a relationship. Go right to the end. Go to the Sabbath of being with them already, darling. Stop calling them your crush, okay? Hang on, guys. Can you still talk about job, money, self-concept because jobs keep rejecting me? Guys, that's your story, so it will keep happening. See what you wrote? I keep getting rejected for jobs. Just imagine you've got the next job you go for. Imagine working there, you'll get it. But you're in the mindset of, I keep getting rejected. Until you stop thinking that, it'll keep happening. Isn't it crazy how fast things change? Guys, when you get this, it'll change like that. Video 3 was a leveler, such a powerhouse, made all the information crystallized. Thank you, Loz. Oh, wonderful. So part 3 of Be Their Priority they're talking about, guys, because I just dropped it in the squad last night. Thanks, Loz. We'll do good. Loz, what's this? Loz doing the priority course and SP texted me saying he wants to take me on a date for my birthday. Wonderful, darling. It's working. All right. Checking the 3D gives me information. I didn't see any guy, so I wanted to see if you saw a girl. No, you didn't, darling. You were stalking because you're in the belief that you're not wanted. You're checking the 3D for evidence that it's so, that you aren't wanted by them. So continue to do that at your own fucking peril. And don't listen to me. And don't get the back. I cheated on SP and I wish I didn't. And he said he wouldn't come back. Well, you've got a story. You've done something wrong. You've upset them. They won't forgive you, so they won't. Do my back and begging course, darling, and understand that you need to forgive yourself. That's the most important thing here. You're holding a story that they won't forgive you. Loz, what do you think about Khloe Kardashian's self-concept? I think I've spoken about Khloe quite at length before, but Khloe is an overgiver. Khloe is a chronic people pleaser and overgiver. And if you watch the recent story where Kris Jenner talks about how she made her drive the car when she was 14 to pick up the kids from school, Kris Jenner had so many kids that by the time Khloe came along, she basically used her as a second parent. And Khloe is so used to doing everything, and that's the way she gets loved, that she does it for everyone. Didn't she do everything for Lamar, even when they'd split up and he was sleeping with hookers and drugged out of his mind? She still went back and looked after him. She looks after everyone. At the moment, she's looking after Tristan's autistic disabled brother. They're not even together. She's like the ultimate martyr, like, love, if I do things for you, will you love me more? That's how my mum gave me love. She gave me the keys to the car at 14 and expected me to drive my 2 younger siblings around because I was used as a maid. Then there's her whole I'm not pretty enough, I'm fat story as well, which goes on at the same time as that. Can I work on the course shifting things bad, making a bridge of incidents that end up in committed? What does that even mean? Of course it will shift. Everything will shift when you change, but you're talking about bridge of incidents as if it's something that's going to lead you somewhere because you're trying to manifest just that. Are you trying to manifest a bridge? Are you? You can't manifest a bridge. It's out of your control. What are you talking about? You're a bit confused. I think you can coach her. Literally, I would give Khloe coaching for free. I love her so much. My SP stopped talking to me over a joke I made about his money. No, you think he stopped talking to you because you did something wrong. So yes, he stopped talking to you, but you had a feeling that you did something wrong. You upset them. Then they got upset. You've got to change the story that he got upset by it. And he told me to stop talking to him. Darling, you've got a story that you do things wrong or you fuck things up or you say the wrong thing or you upset people easily. So you've got to change that. I used to do that all the time and upset people so easily because I used to upset my mum so easily and I used to have a story that I will upset you. But get rid of that story. Work on the I don't do anything wrong sleep tape on my YouTube, darling. I've just suggested that twice to 2 people. So I'll put it here so you can all see it on my YouTube when this is the replay. The I don't do things wrong sleep tape. Listen to it every night for like 21 days. And Kim is also manifested the next boyfriend. Did you see that? What's this? And Kim is also manifest the next boyfriend. What do you mean? Did she? Who's the next boyfriend? How do I get my SP to send me a friend request? Well, just imagine your friends on Facebook or whatever. Imagine talking on that. Video 3 was amazing. It really helped when you talked about your own personal experience. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. I talk about my own personal experience. Personal experiences a lot in this course, guys. I don't know why I'm suddenly feeling like talking about it. Writing in TikTok keyboard is weird. Lol, sorry, Loz. Oh, don't worry. I get good movement. For some reason, I get self-sabotage thought. Do I just persist in news story? Well, stop self-sabotaging yourself for a start, darling. You're the one doing that. Why are you doing that to yourself? For some reason. You're the reason. The reason is you. And the reason is you. The reason's you, Celine. Stop fucking doing that to yourself. What's your favorite way to do affirmations? Think to yourself, say out loud, right? I cannot help but say it out loud. I'm so fucking noisy. I can't affirm in my head. The only time I ever affirm in my head is if there's an actual SP in the room with me. That's the only time. Every other time I'm like, I am loved. They love me so much. Of course I'm wanted. I'm the chosen one. I say it out loud. I walk for the dog. I have my earphones in. I'm talking to myself. That's just me though. Can you imagine one day if the Kardashians join the squad? I should give them all free membership, shouldn't I? That's a good idea. Sorry, not self-sabotage, more anxiety thoughts. Well, you're the one thinking those anxiety thoughts. You're the only thinker. No one's putting those thoughts in your mind, darling. You're also in control of those. You do use my I'll put this too, anti-anxiety meditation on my YouTube. Can you see that? You can't see it right now, but you will when you watch this back on YouTube. It's my anti-anxiety meditation. Do it a couple of times to really calm yourself down. Use the affirmations in the last after the 7-minute mark that I give you in that. Use those affirmations in your mind. I am not blocked. No one blocks me. Exactly. In the new episode. Oh, I haven't watched the new episode. I haven't watched up to the 3 or 4. I don't know which one I'm up to. What if we like someone and they are taken? Should I forget about it? You're manifesting the situation where you're not chosen by them, darling, by choosing a person who's unchoosable or taken already. That's your self-concept of feeling unchosen. You really should do this course, right? If you already feel unchosen, you will literally pick a person who's unchoosable. So imagine you're together with them and work on the unchosen thoughts about yourself and why you won't be chosen by them. If your core is abandonment beliefs, how does that fit into being prioritized or has a big hurt? Well, guys, if you feel like you're going to be abandoned, you might overcompensate by being a people pleaser or overgiver because you don't want them to leave, right? There might be a whole lot of things you do because you're scared of being left. Oh my God, the questions are going out of order. Oh, are they? Love that. I feel so awkward saying them sometimes, but I know the more I affirm, the more I believe. Good, darling. How to go about manifesting multiple things at once, or should you focus on one thing at a time? I have a course called Manifest All the Things. I'll put this up here. You can actually do that to really help you because a lot of people think you can't manifest a whole lot of things at once. Of course you can. I do it all the time, right? I'd be stupid if I wasn't manifesting a new house right now, manifesting relationship, manifesting my business, manifesting a marketing manager. I manifest a whole lot of things at once, right? So, of course you can do it all at once. But you just got to not think it's hard. You can just go right to the end of having it all if you want, but do each individual thing individually. Use that course, darling. It will really help you. Loz, I want to remove a ghost attached to me from my old house. Well, tell it to go away, darling, and don't imagine it's there. Stop thinking it's there. How can an SP with a kid prioritize you? Of course they can. Guys, all my SPs in the last couple of years have had kids. Doesn't mean I'm not prioritized by them. You've got a story that the kid will be prioritized over you. Of course, the kids are priorities, but you're equal. Imagine you're equal to the children. Manifesting SP back and working on self-concept, but he snuck around with my best BSF and have one memory of, okay, well, you've got a story that people cheat on you, you've got trust issues, other girls will be chosen over you, you've got some either I'm not chosen issues or I can't trust you issues. Which are they? You've got to work on that. Right? That's how it's happening. It's not about your best friend. SP might move away with a girl who made him block me. What can I affirm to help with anxiety? So guys, a lot of you are giving a lot of stories, a lot of power here to third parties. Either your BSF has gone off with your SP or some other girl or this girl or that girl. Guys, if any of you have got yourself in a situation where someone else has been chosen instead of you, please come and do this. Because you're not understanding that you created that third party, whether it's your best friend getting attention from your SP or an actual third party stealing your SP away with your thoughts of being not good enough for them, not being choosable, being unlovable. It'll fix it in this course, okay? So come and join us in the squad. It's now a 2-month extended course. It's only $50 to join or $35 if you join for the whole year. A lot of people are doing that because it saves you a lot of money. You can get the support and the accountability whilst you do the course. Otherwise, if you wait till the end of July, this course is one of my most popular courses now, and it will be way more expensive on my website. So I really encourage you to come and join now in the squad so you get the advantage of having this for 2 months, plus all the support whilst you do it. And you get the lovely bonus of being just in the squad, which is a lovely, supportive place to be. And you can read all the success stories that are going on right now with the course. If you don't want to join the squad, you just want extra help, make sure you watch all my YouTube videos. You watch my recent playlist called Why It's Not Manifesting, or my Instagram replays playlist. Okay, you do my free course and also free ebooks and stuff at subconsciousloz.com to really get your mind right. And make sure you follow me here and subscribe on YouTube. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye, guys.